Got it. Recording in progress. Hello and welcome. Cheers. I'm going to have a little bit of moisture because I'm going to be speaking tonight. Beautiful. Other people have water as well. This is lemon juice, pure lemon juice. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And whenever you are listening to this beautiful program, nice little intimate, sometimes not so intimate or not so small, rather, it's always intimate. And this is the third Saturday of the month. Here we are with Malta Poets Society online open mic. Myself, your humble servant, Norman Christina, from Mosta in Malta, Malta being 96 kilometers below Sicily. It's another island. We are our own space. We're not part of Italy, or Sicily and Italy are together, but we are our own. So the Republic of Malta, and we are an archipelago of 7 islands. I live on the main one, and exactly in the center of the main one. Now, in Maltese, the word for love is imhabba, which means in the center. Interestingly enough, there we are. So, thanks always to Yogi Paulo, who in 2017 instituted the Malta Poets Society as a physical event. We used to meet up in like little nice intimate coffee shops or coffee and book places and stuff like that. And we used to share poetry, spoken word, prose, sometimes even song and dance and music, always acoustic. So nothing like really loud, but beautiful, homely, nurturing, intimate, this kind of thing. And Yogi Paulo unfortunately passed away in 2022. So I always pay tribute to him. I'm carrying on the legacy of Malta Poet Society in the online format now, because in 2020 we moved online and we have not moved back since, because we are always meeting lovely people from around the world. So we like it that way. So this is Paulo's poem. I also read Paulo's poem here, and I will start with that. Always short poems and always very concise, very deep, very meaningful. Yogi Paulo wrote like this: strange life. I find it strange, me being alive. Wonder what I'm doing and for what I have to strive. There is an aloneness that nothing can ease. There is a freedom from which there is little need to please. To know and to be allows you to see parts of the puzzle called me, and you too. So there we go. That's Paulo's poem. Also, Paulo has like, let's we call them quotes or musings, and particularly about this event. He said, and I'm quoting from last time, I'm repeating last time's quote, but I'm adding another one today that goes with it. So from last time, Paul used to say, if no one hears you, you don't exist. So this is one of the reasons why he would go every month into a place, gather people together, and offer them the opportunity for an open mic. If no one hears you, you don't exist. Combined with this, he also said, being able to express yourself is an important part of being alive. Being able to express yourself is an important part of being alive. So there we are, always tribute and gratitude to Yogi Paulo. And I'm marking what I wrote, what I read there. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you even more for sharing. Please do share this initiative. One, tell your friends, but also once the recording is out, please share the login for the link for it. You will find the link for Malta Poet Society on my YouTube channel. My name is Norman Christina, Norman Christina. Norman Christina. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll get the notification when I upload. In the meantime, of course, whoever would like, by the way, also to send me their links of their things and whatever you're doing, you're very welcome. I can include them in the description box of the YouTube channel post when I'm uploading it. Right? We will end up this session with music, but until we arrive there, we seem to have poetry. And let's see who would like to start. So I've read somebody else's poem. Would we like to read our own? Maybe I can invite beautiful Mimi today to share something about who you are, where you're from, your background, and of course, the work that you're sharing and its context and background. Floor is yours, dear. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Mimi, Mimi Randolph. I am from Tampa, Florida, native Floridian. I grew up in New York for a little bit of time. I'm a mother, a grandmother, sister, aunt. I don't know if I would call myself a poet. I started journaling, going to workshops and journaling because I was on a mental healing journey. And I started going to writing workshops and eventually writing out my words, and they begin to turn into poems. So I don't have anything. Well, I have a couple of poems published online, but I'm looking to doing a collection of my poems. Because, like you said, I have some scattered all over the place. Like I said, I have about 3 or 4 of these, and I'm old school. I don't type because I'm too busy erasing, re-editing, and all of that. So that's about it. And I will be reading something that I wrote myself. So are you ready? You want me to read now? And this does not have a title. It's erotic, tangible. I feel the music in the air. My heart is melting. My spirit is light as a feather. I'm happy, yet sad. I was crying, lost, unheard, need to be seen. I'm wondering, where did all the love go? Is it you? Is it me? I can't breathe while my body is yearning and I got this jonesing in my bones while I'm aching with desire to be touched. Am I wrong to want pleasure while my mind is seizing pain? My ears are burning. I'm trying to shut out the bad news. I won't receive it. My heart can't take it anymore. Terminal illness, but I can't lose my brother. He's the only father I had known. He loved me, flaws and all. I'm his baby sister. We have an unbreakable bond. Thank you.
Thank you for your very beautiful, also animated way of delivering. Thank you so much. That's absolutely lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Claire, are you comfortable to go next? Do you have your own something to go for? You're muted. Muted. Unmuted. Here we are.
Okay, right, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to read a piece of my channeling. So I'll explain a little bit about this. About in very early 2020, when we had the lockdown in the UK, a group of 3 other girls and myself, they were my healing students. Well, they've all graduated now, but we all decided to meet together online and just see what happens. We put ourselves out there to be used energetically by God, if you like, whatever, you know, for whatever. Anyway, we have very sincere intent, and we open up with our own sort of opening statement to be channels for light and to be for the highest good. Anyway, so very rapidly after we started sitting together, we just sit together for less than an hour. We have a very brief chat, and then we go into meditation for a short while, maybe 10-20 minutes. We did extend it after a while, and during that time I got writing. I've been getting channeled writing since the year 2000, so I've been doing that for a long time now. So I get a piece of channeled writing. So what I'm going to read to you is not this week gone, but the week before. Will we be having two lots of readings here, Norman?
Yes, we can, no problem.
Okay,
sure.
So what I'll read you first, I'll read you not last week's, but the week before. So the writing comes from a group that call themselves the One, and they've said that we are all part of the One. We are all the One, and they talk of the Father and how he cherishes his children. It's not it's so it is what it is, right? So they say we are the oversoul, the One, the most cherished of the Father. You are of our number, and by that I believe they mean all of us. There is nothing that is brought to you to experience that you are unable to navigate. Rightly you ask, why do I struggle? Why do I suffer? Why does it seem that many cannot bear the turmoil and the pain, the disappointments and rejections that come their way? We say to you that of all that is presented to you to experience, to understand, to ponder on, to work through, to resolve, to make better, all is brought to you that the oversoul might become even more glorious, even more refined, more radiant, more healing, and more creative. Every one of the experiences that you process in your own unique way, their frequencies are transmuted through your interface and refined into creative love. The Father is the conduit for creative love. It is all. Each one of you is uniquely imprinted, and the transmutation of your individual experiences are added to the multidimensional frequencies of the One. We do call upon you now to become aware of your true nature. We say at the very least, become aware of your role as a transmuter of experience. Also, please try to understand that by consciously transmuting, you are adding to the creative love of the One Heart. You are adding to the pool, so to speak, in the most productive and perfect way possible. Consider, please, one who is simply struggling in their experience, aligned to no other except the blind and lost self. The transmutation is not completed in the best manner. Indeed, it is simply reproducing struggle and difficulty, pain and anger. Or at worst, it is swirling deep in the darker, lower frequencies and adding to them. In contrast, as you enter into the One Heart in all your experience, the highest of creative frequency is imprinted into the oversoul, the One, and all is as it should be. You birth heaven into the earth plane.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Beautiful. Also beautifully read, by the way. Excellent. Thank you so much. Such passion, such depth. Much gratitude, Claire. Can I now invite Lizeth, another person who has something to share with us today? And I'll let you explain the context. Also share something about you, please. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much.
Hi, so I am a Mexican-American girl from California, and my family's always been big on learning about our own culture. I study journalism and have always been interested in storytelling and writing. And the poem I want to share is from an author from Mexico. Originally, the poem was written in Spanish, so I found a translated version, and I thought it would be really nice to share. It was written in response to the subjugation of the Mayan people in Mexico. And I hope you enjoy it. It's called Monologue of a Foreign Woman by Rosario Castellanos. I came from far away. I've forgotten my own country, and I no longer understand the language they use there for trade or work. I've reached the mineral muteness of a statue. Sloth, scorn, and something I can't distinguish have defended me from this language that have heavy jeweled, studded velvet that people where I live use to cover their rags. This land, like that other one of my childhood, still bears on her face a slave's brand, burned in by fire, injustice, and murder. As a girl, I slept to the hoarse crooning of a black dove, a conquered race. I hid beneath the blankets because a huge animal crouched out there in the dark, hungry but patient as a stone. Compared to him, what's an ocean, a catastrophe, or the bolt of love or joy that annihilates us? I mean that I had to grow up fast before terror devoured me. Go away, keep a firm hand on things, and run my life. I was still very young when I spit on places the mob held sacred. In crowds, I was like a dog that offends with its mange and copulation, its startling bark in the midst of a ritual or major ceremony. So you, although serious, was not entirely fatal. I recovered, healed, and learned to gauge the pulse of success, prestige, honor, wealth with a clever hand. I possessed what the mediocre envy, the victor's dispute, but only one carries off. It was mine, but it was like eating foam or passing my hand across the back of the wind. Supreme pride is supreme renunciation. I refuse to become a dead star that takes on borrowed light to come alive. Without a name or memories, I spin in spectral nakedness in a brief domestic orbit. But I still simmer in the turbid imagination of others. My presence has brought a salty gust of adventure, even this sleepy inland city. When men look at me, they remember that fate is the great hurricane that splits branches, uproots tall trees, imposing merciless cosmic law, above and beyond the meanness of humankind, throughout its empire. The women pick up my scent from afar, dreaming like draft animals when they smell the brutal bolt of the storm. For the elders, I fulfill that passive role of the generator of legends. At midnight, I open wide the windows so anyone keeping watch at night, meditating on death, suffering the pangs of guilt, or even the adolescent, a burning pillow under his brow, can question the darkness through my being. Enough. I've kept quiet more than I've told. High mountain sun has tanned my hand, and on my fourth finger that points to the heart. As they say here, I wear a golden ring with a carved seal, a ring used to identify corpses.
Wow, thank you. Such deep words. My God. Would it be possible if I asked you to send it over to me? It's via email, for example. Can I ask you for that poem?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I believe you already have my email, so you can send it already. But if you want, my God, what a beautiful poem. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And maybe we can move on with this round. I just got an idea that the poem I'm going to share is actually going to link to something later on without spilling the beans too early. So I would like to offer a poem called Wiggle Wiggle, a poem by Norman Christina inspired by Puye Maya. Doom, wiggle, tack, twitch, increasing from soft, gentle taps to more intense beats. The complexity of rich rhythms intertwining and dancing with each other. And the belly dancer lets loose. Yes, side to side, front to back, twists and twirls, a whole vocabulary of carefully crafted movements. Yes, my dear, yes, yes, express yourself. Fall into the rhythm, melt in, merge with the beats, flow along, blend, integrate, become one, expand infinitely into the depths of the universe. So that's a poem there. And maybe it's, if you guys want, if you lovely people want, we can go for a few more. So if you have another one to share, you're more than welcome to let us know. And myself, I can do more as well. I believe Claire was asking me about 2 rounds, so yeah, no problem. All right, so who would like to go first in round 2? Let's go. Okay, ting, 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 round 2.
Shall I do a poem then? I'll do a poem this time.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I've got a poem here in front of me. It's called Avon Ogwyn. I've read it before. Hold on a minute. Let me find myself. Wait a minute. I'm just trying to do the screen thing where
share screen.
No, make just so that this spotlight thing. There we are.
Ah, the pinning.
Yeah. Okay, right. So this I used to live in a house on the banks of a beautiful river which runs from high in the mountains in Snowdonia to the sea. And when I lived there with a young man, and he was much younger than me, and we just had fun. I'd had quite a difficult marriage, and I'd come out of that marriage, and really, we basically used to go and play in the river and play in the fields, and even though I was in my 40s, but hey ho, it was great. So but we were very fond of the Ogwen River, and we used to go and play there. Ogwen, we knew you well enough to bare our souls to you. You whose torrent fell from pinnacle and peak, whose spray took our very breath, whose shallows held our gaze as you gifted us the mother's magic and watched us as we played. Innocence and joy, simple. Dog, girl, and boy, love and heart swell. Ogwen, we knew you well. As your forest blanket unfolded to reveal your truth, we danced as you branched left and right, your beauty sweeping constantly in and out of sight. We stayed long time in your spell. Ogwen, we knew you well enough to share our souls with you, you whose changing nature stayed constant in our innocent sight, whose bed and banks held treasure, whose depths and shallows echoed the pleasures of our loving days and nights. You taught us gently that all is simple. Dog, girl, and boy, love and heart's spell. Ogwen, we knew you well. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. I love it when there's like a phrase that repeats. In this case, Ogwen, we knew you well. When that repeats, it is some kind of anchor, and it helps the listening. It helps the listening. Beautiful. Mimi, I think we have another poem coming up or something. I don't know if it's a poem. I'm not sure if you're muted or let me see. Claire, are you hearing Mimi? I'm not hearing.
No. Let me
Ask to unmute, for example. Yeah. She doesn't seem muted, but I can't hear.
ask
okay,
to,
now you're muted.
yeah.
Maybe now, can you unmute, please? Officially unmute and speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you're coming in.
Okay.
Florida
is-
coming in, beautiful.
So this is called Love. Love sounds sweet as the melody ringing loud in my ears. Love is patient and love is kind. It feels much better when it's genuine. Love is loud and action that is shown, not quiet, is a jonesing in my bones. Love is felt deep in your soul, not meant to control. Love will make you happy and you smile. Love will make you cry, break up to make up. Love is like honeydew dripping off big, big juicy lips as the pink wet tongue spits honeydew these words of encouragement whispering ever so soft in your ears as your body squirms and and becomes wet at the sound of your voice and aroused at the smell of your erotic scents. Love is true when it's given to you. Thank you.
Wow, that's nice. That's really cool. Thank you so much for sharing. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so maybe I can go for poetic thoughts on Sister Island. So I did say at the beginning of this episode that Malta is a group of islands and I live on the main one, which means, which in context basically is this. We are a group, an archipelago of 7 islands. 3 of them are inhabited, 4 not. The smaller ones are not. So Filfla, Cominotto, and the 2 St. Paul's Islands are not inhabited. But then there's Comino, only 1 kilometer long, not particularly inhabited, but right now, in this period of time, it's practically over inhabited because all the tourists go to the beautiful bays and the little countryside that there is, and they like flood it, you know. Then there is Gozo, which is the sister island, which is what I call and refer to as Sister Island. Gozo is about 1/3 the size of Malta and has a lot of valleys and plains. Like sort of, sorry, I mean valleys and hills rather than plains, valleys and hills. So automatically you do have to move from pocket to pocket, geographically speaking, and there is some amount of nature that we cannot avoid to have. Naturally, this lends itself to some reflection. So poetic thoughts on Sister Island. I wrote this on the 28th of October of 2012. Clearing the mind, observing thoughts, observing nature, being aware, allowing memories and thoughts to visit, yet exercising the detachment and liberty for them to blitz it. Embracing presence, accepting what is, whether the sound of water, birds, or moving air, or the imposing intrusion of church bells somewhere near. Accepting the graciousness of the touch of nature, the gentle lap of flowing fresh water, the whizzing past my ear of the flies and bees, offering all hints of life's increase. Straightening the spine, relaxing my body, relishing the presence of life's best prodding, the strongest by gentlest of lessons we have, the being of our presence, our senses use. Developing strength and muscle through soft and gentle, poise and calm, all states can handle. These are the reflections that surfaced my being with the rising sun above my teeth, sitting on a swimming pool with an abundance of water at my feet, at a morning meditation at the pool in a farmhouse in Gozo. So there it is, meditating in the morning, and I get all this, and it just flowed out. Flowed out. Would anybody like to share anything else? Not at this point. So maybe I can do 2 small haiku. So for anybody online or offline, as in whether you're here with us today or watching this later, a haiku is a 3-lined poem, very, very short. Syllables, technically speaking, they call them ohms, but syllables are specific. You have to have 5 in the first line and then the third, and 7 in the middle line. So 5, 7, 5. If you're writing the long haiku, because there is a shorter version with 3, 5, 3. I prefer the longer one, even though that's already short. So this one is called Stepping Stop, inspired by the phrase in English called stepping stone. But I wrote a poem, a haiku called Stepping Stop. A temporary hop from country to another. When shall I visit? 575, there you are. And another one. Did I hear a comment? Yeah.
I missed it.
Mela, this one is called From Reflection to Haiku in 0 seconds. If it's not unique, it has already been done. So what is the point? I wrote that on Mother's Day of 2021.
I like that.
Yeah, and last call. This is, I feel like I have a gavel, an invisible gavel in my hand. Last call, going once, going twice. Anybody else wants to share something? Yes.
Let me see if I can remember a tanker. Tanker is, hold on, it's a Japanese form. I hope I can remember it. Hang it, it's 7. It's 7s and 4s. So anyway, it goes, it's called No Tanker You, Not Today. You'll just have to wait. A girl can't create all day. She has to take time to find things that reason, and today there's no time for rhyme. And it's 47747 or something like that. Something like that. It's strict meter.
Lovely, beautiful, beautiful. So nice to share. Thank you so much. And also the way it's called, No Tanker You.
No Tanker You, Not Today. I've got Tanker Golden Honey as well. Should I do that one?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Golden honey drips, stretch from toast to fingertips, funny pouting lips. Reach to catch them as they slip, drip down, golden to the ground.
Beautiful.
They're fun, aren't they, Norman? We should have a strict meter competition, or not a competition, but maybe we should
challenge one day. Why not?
We should have a challenge for each multi-poet society, and then everybody can read their challenge.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
We could just put a word out there and do a 5-liner, like my kaikus or something. Do a 5-line. The lines can be any. It can be. You know, you can.
That would be cool, and maybe we can have also some music going on until we're thinking about it, like, you know, like we're doing it there and then, like live.
We could put it up on EventBrite. That's the challenge for the next one.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah, so you've got a
I
month
think
to
the
do
next
it in.
one is on the eve of my birthday, if I remember correctly, third Saturday of August, because we are here always on the third Saturday of the month. I believe the third Saturday in August is the 19th, which means it's the eve of my birthday. And I will end today's session with something related to the first thing I read. It's not the same, but enjoy. Ta-da! So let me see that the camera position is there. You can have a bit of a view of my hands. And I would actually like to share how this rhythm came about. So whoever does music, you count in certain numbers. It's usually 4, but when you do rhythms of this kind, then you can go higher because the beats are shorter. And this one is a rhythm in 16. So you count from 1 to 16, but you play only on 1, 4, 7, 8, and 9. That's the main part. Now see how it develops. And I share this because there is a magic in this rhythm that I've experienced so many times myself, not only to myself, but also in relation to other people. I think I had a beautiful, lovely bird. So the birds know that I'm going to be doing rhythm. So in one particular case, somebody who had a djembe, this is a djembe. I know I'm holding it like a tarbuka because of the position I am in, but yeah, it is a djembe, so it is a West African instrument, okay? One particular person could not open up his willingness to play, and he asked me for some assistance, which I was very happy to share. So we sat on a bench overlooking nature, and I said, you know what? Pick up on this. And I just started playing. I didn't teach him any theory or anything else, just started playing. And within 20 minutes, he just could not stop. His creativity was just sparked and let loose. And there are reasons why. So because I play only on 1, 4, 7, 8, and 9, the main beat, then the rest is space. And what do we do here? We hold space. Thank you. Beautiful comment. We hold space for us to express, going back to also what Paulo said. So here is, I'll build it up and then we'll wrap up with that. So 1, 4, 7, 8, 9. If I had to count, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there we have it. That's it. Whoa, thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
thank you.
Norman. Thank
Hope you
you.
enjoyed that. Hope it also sounded well. This is also a part test because I sometimes use the piano, but sounds like the drum sounds better. I have a feeling. So we'll have to see about that. We got a lot to do. Oh, here you are. Excuse me. There we are. There we are. So wrapping up softly and slowly. Thank you so much for being here. Beautiful to see you. Thank you for your contributions. Lovely to connect at least, I don't know how many different countries tonight. So that's live, but also I'm sure that people will be watching this after the fact. And like so, we'll be connecting with more people. Please do share the actual link. Tell people about the event. We are here every third Saturday of the month, always thanks to Yogi Paulo, who started this off, what is it, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, I think. Mala, 6, yeah, whatever. 6 years ago. That's it.
So if Lizeth and Mimi know, sometimes we have quite a few people on board from lots of different countries. So yeah, and very often it happens that we have lots of people registering, but they don't come on the
That's
we don't know
strange.
why.
I would like to check that with EventBrite. Yeah, any feedback?
May I say something, please?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been EventBrite or Zoom has been having issues, because a couple of my workshops that I frequent like on a weekly basis, I've kind of been having difficulty getting into them. So I don't know if it's been an EventBrite thing or a Zoom thing. So that could be,
You have no idea how grateful I am for your feedback, because to be quite honest, we did have sessions where we would have expected, like, I don't know, 20, 30 people and like 5 turn up type of thing, that kind of ratio or whatever. It does feel strange, and we are always, of course, looking for ways to improve. So if there's other places where we can share this, please do give us feedback. Please do let us know. Comment on the YouTube, what's the word, post? I don't know what to call it, on the YouTube video once it's on the channel. Please do keep in touch via email. If you have anything you would like to share, as in your links of your activities or stuff, feel free to pass them on, and hope to see you from month to month and letting other people know. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Lovely to meet you, both of you. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome, dears. Let me check to confirm. 1, 2, 3. It is Saturday, 19th August. So yes, Saturday, the third Saturday of August is the 19th. That's our next date. It's always the third Saturday of the month. Please do share. Thank you so much. Please do keep in touch. And I'll see you next month. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Can you stop the recording?